Today, let's talk about not giving up. How do you keep going when you feel like giving up? Stick around. We'll talk about it. Welcome to the Christian Musicpreneur Podcast, where we provide tips, tools, techniques, and resources to help you grow your ministry. I'm your host, Simone Henry, a business coach and mentor for independent Christian recording artists. Hey, today I wanted to talk to you about not necessarily business, but this topic can relate to your music career, to business, to life in general. You know, there are times when things are just not going well and we feel like throwing in the towel, we feel like giving up. We're not sure that this is what God really meant for us to do. Sometimes things just don't work out. They're just not working out. And you're just like, well, why aren't they working out? Like, what do I do? I wanted to basically just talk about it and give you an idea of some things that I do when I feel like giving up and throwing in the towel. When you're in ministry, especially, right? You're in a giving capacity. You're giving to the people who you're ministering to, right? You are trying to help them and to give them what you have inside of you. But you can't give what you don't have. You have to be filled up in order to give. I have to be filled in order to give. Otherwise, what I'm giving is substandard and it just doesn't work, you know, and it becomes evident really at some point it becomes evident. So how do you get filled up? Well, first of all, I go to the Word. I do a Bible reading every day. I listen to the Listener's Bible, and I can give you a link for that. But there's a passage every day, something from the Old Testament, something from the New Testament, and something from either Psalms or Proverbs. And then there's always the promises in the Word, because, you know, the Bible reading doesn't necessarily always bring out something that may help you in the moment that you're in at that time. But it's good to remember some promises and just kind of keep them in your head and keep them by your side, you know, when you need them. We all know Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, right? But do we ever pay attention to 2 chapters before that, Philippians 2:13, where it says that God works in us to do his good will, his good pleasure. That is one of my favorite verses, because it says that as long as I am doing God's will, as long as my desire is to do what he wants me to do, he is going to work in me to do it. And I don't have to do everything in my own strength. There is Ephesians 3:20. God is able to do exceedingly abundantly more than we could ever ask or think. He owns the cattle on 1,000 hill. So we don't have to worry about anything. Ask and it shall be given unto you. So ask big, ask for big things. God can do it. Don't necessarily, you can ask for, because gas prices are high, you can ask for gas in your car, or you can ask for your car to be paid off, you know, ask for big things. God is able to do it. Mark 9:24, that is a verse that comes to mind a lot for me sometimes, because it's where the man who had a son who was demon possessed, and he came to the disciples, but the disciples weren't able to heal his son. And Jesus and 3 disciples were on the mountain, and they came down, and the man was explaining what he wanted. And Jesus told him, everything is possible if you believe. And the man said, Lord, I believe, help my unbelief. Meaning, yeah, I do have faith, but if my faith is not enough, please increase it. Help me to truly and wholeheartedly believe, because I can't do it in my own strength. So I need you. I think that's a fantastic, fantastic verse. And it reminds us that, yeah, we only need a small bit of faith, and God will increase it to whatever we need if we just ask him. Deuteronomy 1:30, where God said he will fight for you. He will fight your battles. He will fight the enemy on your behalf. And guess what? God wins. He always wins. So those are some verses that I like to keep in mind when I need a boost of faith to keep me going. Another thing I like to do is to write and read over my goals for this year and for the next few years. When you write over your goals, and when you're looking at what it is you want to do and where it is you want to go, you stop looking back. It kind of halts that looking in your past all the time. A lot of people like to live in the past. Oh, woe is me, I did this, I have all these regrets and that kind of stuff. But having those goals in front of you forces you to look forward and to look to the future. You can't move forward if you're constantly looking back. And also, writing down your goals makes you what, 97% more likely to achieve them. That's the science behind that. Another thing, talk to friends who help you stay positive and that will pray for you. Have good, godly friends in your corner. That there is nothing like it, right? Jim Rohn says that we are like the 5 people we spend the most time with. So up level your 5. Take a look at your phone contacts and see who's in there that you're hanging around with, that you talk with the most, that you spend the most time with. Do these people help you to come up higher in your mindset, in your thinking? Do they help you to stay positive, or are they people who are constantly complaining about their life, about their business, about everything, right? If they are people who are constantly complaining about everything, then it's time to limit time with them. I'm not saying to cut them off, but it's time to spend more time with people who help push you forward and to keep you positive and to keep you moving towards your goals. Because the only thing that people who are complaining all the time do is stay right where they are, and they never move. And then when you want to move in a new direction, or you want to move forward, they're the kind of people who are going to want to keep hold you back, because they like it where they are. They don't want you to leave them behind. So, limit time with the negative folks and find some positive people. So how do you find these positive people if you don't have them in your life? Well, it's good to join masterminds, get books, buy courses of the people who are doing these kinds of things. Join their clubs, get into their groups, and start meeting some people who are going to help you up level your mindset so you can keep going. Seek out help from people who know where good resources are, and get a mentor, because having a mentor is a great thing to have, because they can help you avoid the pitfalls and actually help you to accelerate to your goals faster, because they can help you to avoid a lot of the mistakes that they made as they were coming up. They can see your path ahead of you because they've been there. So they can help you avoid those mistakes and help you get to where you want to go faster. So, if there are things that you've been trying and that they haven't been working, then pivot and try something else. This is one of my favorite things to do, that, I try something, it doesn't really work all that well. Don't spend a whole lot of time spinning your wheels on it. Find another resource, try something else, tweak it, move in a different direction. Otherwise, you'll just be stuck, especially when it comes to technology. And and something's just not working. Move on from it. Okay, so that is basically all I wanted to share today. Just to talk about how to keep going. When you feel like giving up, just remember, God is always with you. Yeah, He put the desire in your heart to have a music ministry in the first place, and He's not going to let you fall. He's not going to let you fall. He has provided lots of help and resources for you, and there are people out there that He wants you to reach. So let's get after it. Thank you for listening today. Talk to you soon. Too many artists don't have the audience and fan base necessary to make the kind of impact they want or the income they need to sustain their careers. They're frustrated by working hard day by day without getting any traction. Eshe Music provides a simple, evergreen process for getting more listeners and followers and teaching them how to be true fans. You will be able to focus on your music and make an impact while generating constant income. To find out more, sign up for my free 3-part video course that shows you how to build that strong fan base. Go to eshemusic.com/morefans. That's ECHE music.com/morefans. See you there. Thanks for listening to the Christian Musicpreneur podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, it would mean a lot to me if you would like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Feel free to share your takeaways in the comment section below and join my free Facebook group, Christian Recording Artists Seeking Freedom. See you next time, and remember to take action and never give up.